This is Her Rake Fiancé, Dukes and Secrets, Book 2. Written by Mariah Stone. Narrated by Shane East and Justine Eyre.
Chapter 1. London, 1813. "You ought to go back to Mayfair, where you come from." The words, expertly dropped by one of the 7 children before her, cut through Miss Jane Grant like a headman's axe. All of them were dressed in what looked like rags, their dirty skin showing through the rips and holes. They fidgeted behind their school desks, ripping the precious paper she'd carefully chosen and ordered months ago in preparation for the opening of her school. Chairs and desks scraped against freshly laid wooden floor as the 4 boys and 3 girls threw pens and paper balls, pushed each other, yelled and cackled. Her dog, Hercules, an English foxhound with large brown and grey spots on his white body, sat at attention next to the door, his ears perked, giving cautious barks. Reuben, a tall and large man in his 40s with a shaggy beard, stood in the opposite corner of the room with his massive arms crossed over his chest, watching the scene with a concerned frown. He was one of her brother Thorne's most trusted men, and often accompanied Jane around Whitechapel as her bodyguard and chaperone. "Back to Mayfair," redhead Alfie echoed, his steely blue eyes locked on her, before spitting out, "Princess." How did the boy know exactly what would hurt her? She supposed it was as clear as the light of day she didn't belong here. Jane blinked against the burn of tears building behind her eyes. She was their teacher. She couldn't give up in the first few minutes of her little school's fragile existence. She drew in a quick breath and plastered a brave smile on her face. "Children," Jane cried, trying to yell above the cacophony. "Please be quiet. If you let me speak for a minute." As the noise in the classroom swelled, she caught Reuben's eye. He slowly shook his head, a deep frown of uneasiness mixed with empathy etched onto his features. Jane knew he wanted to help. He made his way through the row of simple oak desks and chairs she had ordered a year ago from the local Whitechapel carpenter. The man had salvaged the wood from broken furniture and was so grateful for the large order he'd had tears in his eyes. A quill pen crunched under Reuben's feet as he walked. Sunlight streamed through 3 small windows, illuminating the blackboard hanging at the front of the room. Fresh maps she had managed to buy at a cartographer in Cheapside, and educational posters with the alphabet, numbers, and the arithmetic table she'd painted her.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?